What's going on, y'all? How's it been? So today I wanted to talk to y'all about the NBA, some blockbuster trades that are about to happen. These are 100% accurate, 100% real, and these are actually confirmed real trades. Is this music loud, deal? I can't tell. See, but that doesn't affect it. Okay. Whatever, regardless. I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here just because I'm not just trying to do this. Looking at trades. Should I look at like highlights? Cause I don't know. NBA highlights today. Yeah, I want to look at this because I watched this game live and it was low key went crazy. How do I hide like this side?
I know you can't believe it, but you've done the work. Think about in year 23. What lights you up? What keeps you playing at this level that you're playing at?
The competition, and it's about the process for me. You know, I don't think about the end result. I think about the process that I'm.
Man, why we got these interviews?
Being the warm up and then going to a game, so it's everything behind.
Oh, I should get my camera up, shouldn't I?
You and I have been in a lot of playoff and finals battles together.
I should get my camera up, but I can't. I don't even know where that shit is. I'm gonna put a buck.
That you have the approach that's needed to get back to that level. That's the only reason you're playing for, and that's to be a champion.
I think you just said it. One, you know, the best teacher of life experience. So I've experienced a lot in my career. I've experienced those battles, wins, losses. So I'm battle tested, you know. And then
Yeah, no, that's a bar.
Complimentary players that we have, to have the team that we're playing with right now, I feel like we got a good chance. So. You know, we know in this league, there's not a lot of teams that feel like they have a chance to win it, you know, and we're one of the teams that feel that way, but it's a long process. We're still in November, and we want to continue to build that over the next months.
Last question. You've been doing this for 23 years in front of the entire world.
Okay.
If it's anything that you want a kid that has watched you, but is watching you right now.
I don't really care. Content owner has added. What? Okay. Alright, fine. It's having me not react to damn content. Bro, but other people be doing that same shit. Bro, I don't know what happened. It's telling me I can't react to the NBA. Troubleshoot. Bro, am I chilling? You just take me off. What's it called? Yeah, I think my shit's bugging. Bro, ain't no one in here anyway. Is someone on my stream? I can't tell. Yo, what's up? What the fuck? Is it bad? Is it working? Alright, good shit. Alright, yo, today we're just gonna look at some NBA trade rumors. Just on this, on the thumbnail, they got like AD and LaMelo. Both of them I can see getting traded. And the first one I have is Kuminga though, and he's definitely getting traded. That's like, this should be number 1. I don't know why he's number 10 on this list. Who they saying? Trade idea: Kuminga, Moses Moody, Buddy Hield in a first for Michael Porter Jr. Okay, for Michael Porter Jr. This is interesting, but I would only do it. If the Warriors get like Claxton too. And if I'm the Warriors, I would throw in Pods instead of Buddy Hield and then try to get Claxton with MPJ. I think that would be a good lineup for them. But regardless, Kuminga is definitely getting traded no matter where he's going. He's out. But who else? Do I have any other rumors there? Nah, just MPJ. Yeah, and I mean he was a key player in that Nuggets championship, so it's like hard to argue. But Nick Claxton, so I was just talking about him. He could be in the same package, but what they say. Nick Claxton to the Celtics for Anthony Simons and the first. I guess, yeah. But I feel like Nick Claxton isn't that high value. The Nets, who should be, yeah, but Claxton isn't even that old. I feel like they might keep him if anything. But the Celtics do need a center, so it won't be bad for them by any means. That would be a good fit for sure. But I think the Celtics, low key, my opinion is the Celtics might go try to get Sabonis. But that's just me. I don't know. Who else? We got John Morant. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. To the Raptors. Okay, here's the thing. I've discussed this a few times on this channel. I think John Morant is going to get traded, but I do think the Raptors, as interested as they are in John Morant, are a horrible fit for him because they're already a pretty bad shooting team, and they don't need another non-shooting threat to be the leader of that team. But regardless, for Emmanuel Quickly, Grady Dick, and a second-round pick, they might ask for a first. And a first. Okay, yeah. Not for sure. I can see it happening. But, they might not just because, again, no shooting. They might look for someone like a Trae Young even, or even LaMelo because he's a better shooter than Ja for sure. But, yeah, the 7.5 assists are good. Same thing with LaMelo. Daniel Gafford. If I'm being real, I don't think the Gaff or PJ are going to get traded this year just because they just got him in 2 years ago, 2023. Daniel Gafford to the Lakers. Okay, he's not going to the Lakers. Mavs and the Lakers aren't making another trade. Widely regarded as the most tradable Maverick, I think AD is in that conversation. But let's look. For Vando, Dalton Connect in a first. That's not bad. Not bad for Gafford. I think they could get away without throwing Vando in that deal just because I think the Mavs got Gafford for just like one player in a first, so this isn't even that crazy. But regardless, I don't think the Lakers or the Mavs should do this, especially because we haven't seen the Mavs fully healthy. Trae Young, I was just talking about him too. A lot of teams could trade for Trae Young. It's hard to say though, especially with him because he's always been in trade talks. So I don't know if it's actually like true this time. Wait, so what the hell just happened? Okay, yeah, Trae Young. Trae Young is going to the Phoenix Suns. Nah, I don't see it. I don't see it. For Jalen Green, Nick Richards, and Rasheer Fleming, and a first. Booker and Trae would be interesting. I'll say it. But I don't think the Suns should give up any more picks ever in the next decade because they're just already so bad, dude. Like, especially picks-wise, they don't really have anyone or any picks in the next couple of years. It's doomed. But let me think. Wait, what is happening? I can't tell if my stream is still on or not. If y'all can even hear anything. So yeah, Trae Young. I don't think Trae Young's gonna trade it to the Suns. I don't think it's gonna happen. Y'all know what I'm saying? I don't think Trae. I think John Morant's a lot more likely to get traded. But Trae could. It could happen. Phoenix wants to lighten the load on Devin Booker. The Suns might just trade Devin Booker at this point. Sabonis. I was also talking about him. Sabonis to the Warriors. That's what I said. For Kuminga, Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, TJD, and a first. Okay. The only thing is, Kings might ask for Pods. I would throw Pods in there for like over Buddy Hield pretty easily. And then they still get the first and, TJD, Moses Moody, Kuminga. I think that's not a bad trade for the Kings, especially if they're trying to tank. And for the Warriors, they need a big man. Sabonis would kind of fit that role, but they still need I don't know. He's a good rebounder, and they need rebounds. So take that with whatever it means to y'all. But it's a good thing. 430 somethings, no. Damn, that's pretty crazy. 430 something ranking among their top 6 minute leaders. I don't even know what that means. LaMelo to the Wizards. No. Oh my God, the amount of firsts. Or no, wait, just 2 firsts. Still, for CJ McCollum, Boo Carrington, and 2 seconds, 2 firsts. I don't know. It's kind of a lot for LaMelo, especially because CJ McCollum might just be as good as LaMelo right now. Like for being for real, like they're both. I don't know. I don't like this trade for the Hornets. They didn't. Well, it isn't bad because they get 2 firsts, but it's like, yeah, I won't do it. But LaMelo's been bad anyway. So Trey Murphy. Okay, I see Trey Murphy getting traded. Trey Murphy or Herb Jones, but probably not Herb Jones. Trey Murphy and Sadiq Bey to the Spurs for Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sochan, Carter Bryant, and the second. Okay, so I like this for the Spurs a lot because they get a lot more length at that 3, I guess. But realistically, I think the Spurs' weakest position is their 4, and I think they need a 4. So I think if I'm the Spurs, I'm looking for someone like more like not Trey Murphy, more like Herb Jones, if anything, or like PJ Washington would be a good backup for their power forward. But like realistically, the Spurs aren't looking for more guards, and Trey Murphy's kind of a guard, so I don't know. But it is more scoring, and Sadiq Bey's underrated as hell. Let's see. AD, he's in these talks. AD's in these talks. For Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins, and 2 firsts. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but I don't like it. I don't like it, dude, because the thing is, like, I don't know. We do get 2 firsts. AD, because think about it, we're trading Luka, right? We'd be trading Luka Doncic for Max Christie, Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins, and then 3 first-round picks, which might end up being like nothing. But still, I don't know. I don't love that. I don't love that for the Mavs, obviously, because it's Anthony Davis. Being on him, it's rough. Davis boasts one of the richest resumes among active players, but that won't be reflected by his trade market. His absences are perpetually piling up. He's so old, dude. He's 33. Let's look at number 1, Lauri Markkanen. Huh. Okay, to the Pistons. Let me think about this, because that's not a bad fit. One thing I was thinking about hella is Paul George to the Pistons, but which doesn't really fit their timeline, but it does give them a guy that can score right now. And I was thinking they could trade Tobias Harris for. Oh no, I don't do this. Oh my gosh, they give up Tobias Harris and Jaden Ivey and 2 firsts. Look, I get Lauri Markkanen is good, great even, but I don't think he has this crazy trade value. You feel me? Markkanen would lose this spot to Davis. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't know. 29 on really good efficiency. He has been playing pretty good, but giving up Jaden Ivey, someone who could be a running mate along Cade Cunningham in the long run. Him, Jalen Duren, and Cade Cunningham. I can see it. I can see the 3 of them hooping for a long time. But either way. What do y'all think? I don't think Anthony Davis is getting traded, at least this season. I think they might wait till next offseason, if anything. I could just not trade him though. It's a toss up. I need to get off, bro. It's been 20 minutes. Bro, what? I'm not allowed to react to NBA highlights. That's what I'm being told. Wait, yeah. Can I watch like? Let me look at Kenny Beach and yeah, it is.
The Boston Celtics are back to being a playoff team at minimum in 2027. So it's like trade them away for pick number 20 through 28 or something like that. Because Anthony Simons is expiring, I don't see them retaining him. It's an interesting concept, and if it happened, I wouldn't be too up in arms. I think it would make sense. But maybe if I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I want a little bit more valuable first round pick, and maybe that's me overvaluing Nicholas Claxton. Because 2 years ago,
Nah.
Nicholas Claxton is one of my favorite.
I think if they're getting Anthony Simons and the first, I think that's good value.
Teams with less than 30 wins, so it's like maybe he took his foot off the gas and he goes to Boston, and boom, he's back to being that big switchable defender and all. But maybe you want to try to get better than a 2027 top 5 protected from a really good team. But it's interesting. Next, we got John Morant. That boy flying at New York. Interesting. John Morant to the Toronto Raptors for Emmanuel Quickly. Brady Dick, a 2026.
Let me think. I don't know. I don't see it.
And one first round.
And I said this before.
2028 top 3.
The Raptors already have no shooting. They can't add John Morant to this. It would not work.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. So here's the thing. I always struggle with trying to figure out a team that is successful, which that's exactly what the Toronto Raptors are. Go watch the video I dropped a couple days ago about them. They've been doing some really good stuff. I always struggle with understanding when to make trades on a team that's doing well. And I think that's what the Toronto Raptors are. They're doing well. This does feel like a Toronto.
But I don't think the Raptors are gonna have like sustained success, especially in the playoffs. I don't see them winning a series, let alone finals.
Toronto Raptors are not a team that goes out in free agency and goes and spend a bunch of money. Usually their free agency is via trade. They just did with Brandon Ingram, right? Trading for a guy that had little to low value. I think it was like Bruce Brown, one other player that I'm forgetting, and a really protected first-round pick that the Pelicans got. And then the Pelicans traded that pick back to Indiana. It was an Indiana pick. So they brought in on Brandon Ingram for a low price. It does feel on brand for the Toronto Raptors to do the exact same thing for a guy like John Morant. And we talk about point guard play for them. Emmanuel Quickly has picked it up, obviously. But if you believe that John Morant still got a lot left in the tank, he's good. Obviously, he's good. The thing I struggle with, though, when it comes to John Morant specifically on the Toronto Raptors, as we know, they're not a ridiculous three-point shooting team. And
Shooting, thank you.
Guys who can shoot off the bounce or shoot off the catch. They're missing some of that. But they are a fast break heavy team.
I think they traded RJ Barrett instead of Emmanuel Quickly.
John Morant could come in and immediately just help that team in that aspect. They got a great screen setter in Jakob Poeltl, so we may see some high pick and rolls, which is exactly what John Morant will want. I know that the Grizzlies fans will hate this trade, though, to trade away what they deem to be a franchise guy just a few years ago for a top 3 protected pick is what it turns out to be, would hurt bad. I'm talking myself into this, though, from the Toronto Raptors perspective. And if you're the Memphis Grizzlies, you feel like maybe you can get more, but maybe you can't.
I think you get 2 picks.
He hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been healthy. That's another blind spot in my talking about the NBA is how do you value someone that does struggle to stay healthy? How do you value somebody who's not on the best of contracts, right? Just thinking about dang, you're going to get 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, and then you trade Ja, and you only get 1? And Grady, right? Grady's a nice, intriguing prospect. Emmanuel Quickly's not bad. He just got a long contract with a lot of money on it. This is interesting. That's all I can say. At the end of the day, we look at these trade videos. I'm not trying to decide. Well, I am trying to decide what's a good or bad trade, but at the most part, I want to think. And this trade made me think. And I think I'm starting to like it a lot more for the Toronto Raptors than for the Memphis Grizzlies, but maybe I'm overvaluing a guy who relies on athleticism that is currently shooting 30-something% from the field.
Yeah.
Next, Daniel Gafford to the Lakers for Jared Vanderbilt, Don Connect in the 2031. Well, okay, so that 2031 is for a while it was one of the most intriguing trade chips in the NBA. But now that they have Luka Doncic is just a playoff team by himself, so maybe the 2031 pick is not that interesting. But again, we've seen teams feel that way, and then knock on wood, Luka Doncic sprains his ankle in 2031, and the team that was projected to be a playoff team is no longer a playoff team, and boom, if you're the Dallas Mavericks.
But at the same time, this team or this Mavericks team is so bad that they probably just do anything.
Got a nice pick. The reality of it is, this trade could not happen because I don't think the Dallas Mavericks and the Lakers can ever make a trade again. 30 years players post Luka Doncic,
100.
those teams even talk to each other.
100%.
Because regardless of whether or not who wins or who doesn't, it leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
It's not
of the fan
happening.
base if you are trading away one of the best players of franchise history, only behind Dirk, and trading him to that team, and then call them back a year later and say, hey, do you also want the center that was playing with him? We'll take out Dalton Connect, who ain't good. So I just don't do it from that perspective alone. It's a really good player to have for the Lakers because we know Daniel Gafford would be okay with coming off the bench if necessary. We know he would be okay with starting, right? And DeAndre Ayton is not in the contract for much longer than this season. So if you feel like you can't bring back DeAndre Ayton, we saw Luka Doncic and Daniel Gafford look pretty damn good together when he was breaking Chamberlain records and field goal percentage and stuff like that. Shout out to my boy D Gaff. Trae Young, I think I said him earlier. This is a guy expected to be here. Let's see what we got. To the Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
Matt Ispias going back to being the crazy owner. We need more crazy owners, but everybody but my favorite team. Jalen Green, Nick Richards, Rasheed Fleming, a 2027 first-round pick via a bunch of teams, and a 2029. See, this is another one. Trae Young's on an expiring. So whoever trades for Trae Young, similarly with Anthony Davis, who's not an expiring, but his contract is eligible, they're going to have to pay, right? They're going to have to be the team to decide whether or not Trae Young's worth the max, if he's worth less than the max, yada, yada, yada. One first-round pick. See, that's blowing my mind.
That's what I'm saying.
2 years ago, if Ja Morant and Trae Young were on the market, and I told you that the offers going to have one first-round pick each, you would be like, Kenny, you are crazy. Oh, man. For the Phoenix Suns, this is interesting, right? Because Jalen Green in his 2 games, right? Was it 2? I think it was about 2 games.
Damn, this shit is buggy. Holy, I got 10,000 frames per second. Holy, turn that down a little, man. Turn that down a little there, man. Holy, it's a little too much there, man. No disrespect there, man. I don't mean to disrespect ya there, but that was a little too much lag there. Was a little bit concerned there for a second. Is it better now? Is it? I don't know if it's working. Alright, yeah, I think it says it's working. I'm like 30% sure.
Was it one? In his few games or one game, it looked pretty good. I'm very intrigued about the Suns at large, but really intrigued with Jalen Green's fit from the little amount of time we've seen with him.
Yeah, me too.
But also, you're not committed to him because you've only seen that much, right? So, like, I'm sure Suns fans like him, but they not engaged. You know, they not married to him. Nick Richards is okay.
Maybe they are.
Right now, they got a few other centers over there between Mark Williams.
Mark Williams is good.
Who I know Suns fans are wishy-washy about as well. And then they got Maluwatch as a third string over there, so you could maybe feel like Nick Richards is expendable. Rasheed Fleming, I don't have an NBA opinion about just yet. I did like him in college and all. And then a first-round pick via some teams, and that's, I don't know exactly what the hell that means. From the Suns, that leaves you with Trae Young, with Devin Booker, with Grayson Allen when he's healthy, with Royce O'Neal, and Mark Williams. And Mark Williams will be that lob threat for that boy Trae Young.
That's
still
true.
got Gillespie off the bench. Still got Ryan Dunn. I'm not mad at it. I think the Suns are also going to have to be one of those teams operating as if the trade market is their free agency. They don't have much incentive to rebuild or tank through it all, right? So, like, getting a guy as talented as Trae Young into the organization could be interesting. I think one of the coolest things about the Suns, I didn't mention Dylan Brooks. I'm sorry, Dylan. I think I gave Grayson Allen your starting spot. You're the starter. I'm sorry. Grayson Allen's been good too, though. One of the things I love the most about this Suns team is that their defensive identity is that team plays really, really hard. I think I heard who was it? Van Gundy said that the Suns are the hardest playing team in the NBA, and that's high praise from a really good announcer and a really good former coach and all. And Trae Young going into that defensive identity shrinks at least a little bit.
For sure.
offensive systems that you're running.
But you're only trading Jalen Green.
Unless you can completely convince Trae Young to mold himself after what's going on over there. It's again a very thought-provoking trade from the Atlanta Hawks perspective that leaves you with like Nikhil, it leaves you with Jalen Johnson, and now you bring in Jalen Green. So all the Jalen's in the world end up on that team. It ain't the ugliest fit, man. It ain't the ugliest fit. It is not the ugliest fit, Jalen Green over there. I think I like this trade. I think I like this trade. Maybe we're undervaluing with just one first-round pick. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not even thinking about that. But I call it to the league office. I'm intrigued. And I think Trae Young will look good in the Valley jerseys. I'm trying to picture it. Shout out to Trae. Domantas Sabonis. Oh, I can't even imagine what team would call Domantas Sabonis. He's obviously such a talented ball player. But you see it kind of happening in Sacramento right now. This is before I even look at the trade. His overall production has dropped so much because the ball is they're not playing through him anymore. And he's losing value off of that. So whatever team is traded for him, you kind of feel obligated to run your system through him because that's where he has been the most valuable as a former All-Star, All-NBA player and stuff. So let's see what team is calling. It's the Warriors. In this one, it is a different John Kuminga, Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, but also they throw in Trace Jackson Davis in a 2028 first-round pick, top 5 protected. If you are it's good value for Domantas Sabonis. Again, you take I don't even call it a flyer because Jonathan Kuminga is very talented, but you take in Jonathan Kuminga, him and Keegan Murray is like the start of the rebuild, if you will. You get a pick that is top 5 protected, but it is a pick nonetheless. You get off the Domantas Sabonis contract, which I think they just gave him last offseason. You get back some filler. I mean, Moses Moody's better than filler, but he's not like a life-changing guy. I don't know if I like this for the Warriors, though. Can him and Draymond Green squash the beef for the sake of hoops?
Yeah, he did.
If
He did.
Stomped on my torso, it's gonna take a lot. I mean, maybe Sabonis is a bigger man than I am. It's gonna take a lot for me to look him in the eye and dap him up. I'm sorry. Stomped on my torso in a playoff series, and we eventually lost because you stomped on my torso, and my other star player had a broken hand or whatever. Maybe I do like it from the Warriors, and I'm flipping sides. But he obviously is a very talented passer. That it fits in that.
Yeah.
He has become at least an adequate three-point shooter.
No, better than adequate.
But teams are leaving him open, and he'll make them occasionally. That's an interesting one. LaMelo
It's interesting, and also I think the Warriors desperately need rebounds, and Sabonis is arguably the best rebounder in the league. So this is not bad for them at all. Like I think that might happen.
LaMelo Ball to the Wizards. LaMelo Ball for C.J. McCollum. Shout out to C.J. Just had a great night the other night for their.
Oh yeah, like 48 or something.
Bub Carrington. Oof. Trading away Bub Carrington already would be tough because you traded Denny Avdia for a second-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and 2 first-round picks. This one is via Boston, Milwaukee, or Portland. I don't like when they do this because what is the protection? When do we get it? Who is it from? Because if it's from Milwaukee, then maybe it's interesting because maybe they're not good. If it's from Boston, it's not that good. If it's from Portland, who the hell knows? And then a 2031 first-round pick. I will say this right now from a Wizards perspective. There's just not enough building blocks yet for me to start trading away picks this far out. Simply
Not for sure.
I don't know what this does. I mean, it obviously gives them a ball handler, a 1A ball handler. And honestly, I think one of the things that's missing from the Wizards is somebody that can floor set and somebody that can change the tempo and the pace and be a creative passer. So that helps. But it also doesn't help enough. Do we look at them and be like, yeah, LaMelo goes to the Wizards, and then next year they're going to be a playoff team? Him, Alex Sarr?
Nah, not even close.
Trey Johnson? No, I'm joking. No, I don't think so. And LaMelo
Not even
was
close.
like, damn, I went from ass to ass.
Asser,
That team has 2
yeah,
wins
worse.
this season. At least
That's
my team got
crazy.
4. You know what I mean? My team got 4 wins. I don't like this at all. From either team. Yeah, I don't
Nah,
like
I could see it from the Hornets.
Trey Murphy, Sadiq Bey to the Spurs. Call into the league office. The Spurs want to trade already. Trey Murphy's the perfect guy to put alongside Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, and the other young guards. Anyway, they get back Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan. Ooh, Carter Bryant going out the door.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And a 2026 second-round pick. They do get a first-round pick via Atlanta. Atlanta in 2020. I mean, that pick could be not that good. 2028 second and a 2031 first via San Antonio. Or see, you got to tell me, is it the best pick between these two, or is it the worst pick between these two? Because you
Yeah.
tell me this is the Kings pick in 2031, hell yeah, I'm excited. But if it's a Spurs pick in 2021, I'm not. Or 2031 because it's
No,
Wembanyama.
exactly.
From a Spurs perspective, call into the league office. I got my team, and now we go out there and really compete for a top 4 seed in the Western Conference and keep the top 4 seed in the Western Conference. Because as much as we like Heldon or Jeremy or the young Carter Bryant, I don't know if any of those guys will be as good as Trey Murphy. Sadiq Bey is fine. He's swole as hell, so he can play the 4, the 3, the 2, everything but the 1 and the 5. It just feels weird because they're already better the Pelicans are, and giving that pick up to Atlanta. And if we trade Trey Murphy and Sadiq Bey, we're just guaranteeing that we're giving Atlanta a top 4 pick, top 5 pick, and I just don't know if they're ready for that conversation. Here's the Anthony Davis trade. I'm assuming it's to the Bulls because I don't know any other buyers that would. Yeah, it's to the Bulls. Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, Zach Collins, a 2031 and a C. I can't do it. I just can't give up. The Bulls are not close enough to be giving up a 2030 first round pick.
I actually disagree. With this. Can I say that? I disagree with this because I think the Bulls with Giddey and AD could be good enough.
36, 37 years old by the time this first pick conveys. Hell no. I would love to see AD in the Bulls jersey if the price is right. This is too valuable. This is too valuable to me. I love me some Kobe White. That literally is one of my favorite players of all time. If you a card collector, you know these downtown is pretty. I got a Kobe White downtown on my damn stand right here. That's one of my favorite players, Bulls players ever. So I mean, it's not even about him getting traded. It's about the draft picks. It's about the draft picks, man. I cannot get there. The last time we made
and that's valid.
To this, where we traded away 2 first-round picks or a pick and a swap, it didn't go as planned, and we traded away what ended up being Franz Wagner. And it's not smart to look at previous bad things and be like, oh, this won't happen again. But it's hard not to. This guy's older than what you would want him to be. He is a guy that has dealt with many injuries in the past, and whatever team trades for him has to extend him. It's just not. I'm okay with AD ended up on a team, but if it's going to cost us 2 first-round picks that far in the future, I just can't. I can't. We're not close enough. That 6-game start to start the season, as you can see, that wasn't us. That was not us. That team, I talked about it before. I don't like this trade. Last one is for Larry Markkinen. Does that mean to the Lakers? Oh, I saw LeBron in the back, so I thought it meant to the Lakers. But instead, it's to the Detroit Pistons for Tony, for Jaden, for Ron, and 2 picks.
That's what I said. That's way too much.
Wow. But that's a lot. He's averaging 30. And I do love his fit in Detroit. I would try my very best to try to get this deal done
without
Ron Holland in Detroit.
Oh.
Maybe that's crazy. Maybe Ron Holland never actualizes all the potential I see in him. But I don't know if I can give up Ron Holland in this deal.
I'd say without Ivy.
Tobias Harris, absolutely. 2
Nah.
first-round picks?
Not without Ivy.
It's the Ron Holland of it all that makes it really difficult.
I disagree with that. I think it's the 2 picks and Jaden Ivy. I think you either do 2 picks or Jaden Ivy.
Danny Ainge always finds a way to win his trades. I want to keep Ron Holland by any means possible. That don't mean throwing in the SAR though. That don't mean one or the other.
Nah, that does not mean throwing in us.
Throwing in the SAR though.
That does not mean throwing in a SAR. How valuable does he think Ron Holland is? He think Ron Holland is as valuable as Asar Thompson? Not even close.
I want to keep Ron Holland by any means possible.
Bro, not even
That
close.
don't mean throwing in the SAR though. That don't mean one or the other. Okay.
I want to see.
Let me know what you think about these 10 trades. I appreciate the team over there at VR, Zach Buckley, for putting together, making us think.
Bro, that's kind of dumb. I disagree.
These hats, those hoodies that I mentioned, they're still on sale. EnjoyBball.com. Go cop
Whatever.
if you haven't already. And
What do y'all think? What do y'all think about these trades? Who do you think is most likely to get traded? And what do y'all think? Like your favorite team's gonna trade for? Cause I think for my favorite team, the Lakers, obviously, they're gonna get a couple role players, not like any blockbuster like last year. And like this is the only one for the Lakers. I don't see this one happening, not at all. But besides that, y'all, I'm pretty much done here. Pretty tired. It's like 3 a.m. so I'm about to go crash. I hope y'all had a good night, and I hope y'all good. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to come back for the next one. I'll see you next time.